presents the Honorable Antony Cutrona Award to Bartholomew Verdirame, Esquire, for excellence in the science of jurisprudence and the promotion of Italian-American culture in the legal community, June 13, 2014. Yeah.
Judges, fellow Columbians, friends, I could listen to Lawrence Cutrona talk about me. What a great friend. I feel as though at this late stage in life, I discovered a brother that I'd always had. Larry, you and your wonderful wife, Gina, thank you so much for what you mean to me and Marion, and thank you for what you've added to our life. That trip to Tuscany was incredible. I had something else planned for tonight, but I don't think it's going to work as well. So, let me just thank a number of people who mean so much to me and who made me whatever I might be. First, I'd like to thank the Cutrona family. I knew Judge Cutrona for approximately 45 years. We had been through thick and thin together in starting the Columbian Lawyers. I was at his daughter Marian's wedding. Marian was at my daughter Jill's wedding. I invited the judge to my daughter Rita's wedding. Marian Cutrona was my administrative assistant for a number of years. We had deep ties to the Cutrona family. I remember a Sunday in the mid-70s when the Cutrona family dropped by for coffee and cake. This is something that was done a long time ago, and I don't think it's done anymore. The Sunday afternoon coffee and cake stop by. But it was wonderful. And there was a lot of water under the bridge between the judge and myself. I want to thank his family for all the sacrifices that they made. You cannot build an organization like this and take time away from your family unless you have the consent of your family. His wife, Marianne, his daughters, Marianne and Carol Ann, his son, Anthony. Wonderful people, and I want to thank them on behalf of the Columbian Lawyers. I want to thank Greg Cercioni. I knew Greg's father many years before I knew Greg. His father was an incredible attorney with an office in Borough Park. I had many deals with his dad. It was the day when he did sit-down contracts. And I used to walk into his office, and he used to call me aside, and he used to tell me what was not in the contract, so that there would be full disclosure, that you would know what your client was signing. Everything was open and above board. And is it any wonder that his son Greg would be exactly like his dad, Richard, a fine attorney, a fine gentleman, integrity and character. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me, Greg. I'd like to thank Dominic Napolitano. Dominic came from a working class family in South Brooklyn. Dominic had told me once of his struggles to get into a good law school. Look at what Dominic Napolitano has become. A great attorney, a great representative of the Catholic Church, a man of charity, a man who's been successful in so many bar associations. I have the greatest respect for Dominic, and I want to thank him for what he's meant to me. Steve Bamundo, is a new relationship. But I can tell you one thing. If we keep having those lunches at Delmonico's, we're going to be fast friends. Thank you for everything you've done with respect to this award and with respect to the Columbians and doing what Judge Cutrona wanted you to do. And then there are three gentlemen who used to be law partners. Carl Landesino, Anthony Genovese, Greg Spina. How is it any wonder that they were law partners? They share all of the same qualities: integrity, character, warmth, professionalism, collegiality. They have shown me so much respect, and I am so indebted to them. Thank you, Judge Landesino, Greg Spina, Anthony Genovese. And then there are two gentlemen whom I consider adopted sons, Dominic Famulari and Steve Sciano. Steve is better known for his work in the Bay Ridge Lawyers, but I consider Dominic Famulari and Steve the same way I would consider my sons. They have shown me so much respect. Their work ethic is tremendous. Once again, I use the words character, integrity. They mean so much to me. I see Steve on a daily basis. Dominic calls me regularly and asks me how I'm doing. It's just a wonderful thing. I also have an adopted daughter. Her name is Linda Ursini Locascio. She is such an amazing individual. She refers to me as one of her mentors. And she has many mentors. Greg Sergioni, Bruno Caraspati, others. But I consider her my mentor. What she has taught me the last couple of years in caring for people in her family who have illnesses, the broad shoulders that she has, the character, integrity, the work ethic that she has. Linda, thank you for being my friend. I'd also like to thank referee and guardianship Laura Messiana. She has meant so much to me that she, in fact, is my mentor in guardianship. Every time I have a problem, I'm on the phone with Laura. What a great resource for attorneys, for laymen. She has a heart as big as this room, and it's concerned with one thing: the quality of care given to wards. Laura, thank you for teaching me so much about the guardianship law and about life in general. You're a beautiful person. Now, as unpolitic as this is, I'm going to mention three judges who have been especially kind to me, because I must. They've gone out of their way to make themselves my friend. The first is Judge Thomas Aliata, Supreme Richmond. Judge Aliata, you have taught me so much. Several years ago when I was in your courtroom, and you told two warring children, you should never do anything to denigrate the memory of your parents. That always stuck with me. And when I had my surgeries and you called me directly and we discussed certain oncological procedures, you told me to play the percentages, and you've always been there for me. You're a great friend. Thank you. Judge Ellen Spodek is a judge's lawyer. She invites you to go into chambers, to take part in a decision. She wants to know what you're thinking. Once again, in the guardianship work, she has one interest: the quality of care given to the ward. She can see right through the guardians. She knows the good guardians. She knows the not so good guardians. She has taught me a lot. She's been a great friend. I'm very sorry that she won't be doing guardianship anymore. But Judge Spodek, thank you for making me feel like a real lawyer in your courtroom. Judge Wayne Saeda, you are a great intellect with great humility. You should be a prototype for all professionals. Your being moderator of our book club has just been a wonderful thing for the Columbian lawyers. When we get together 2 or 3 times a year to discuss those Italian translations, your knowledge of Italian politics, Italian art, Italian government, and yes, Italian wines just comes through. I feel like it's 55 years ago, and I'm back at St. John's with my fraternity. The feeling of collegiality and warmth that we have as we sit in a restaurant to discuss these classics. You're the only person who can moderate that, and I appreciate everything that you bring to the Columbian lawyers. I would just like to end by introducing my family. My oldest daughter, Carol Gersten, and her husband, Alon. They're here with their daughters, Colette and Lila. Colette will be starting Swarthmore this fall, and we're all very proud of her. My second daughter, Jill Basso, with her husband, Donato Basso. Jill is an educator. Donato is a businessman. They're here with their 3 children, Nicholas, Daniel, and Sophia. My son Bart flew in from Las Vegas last night. Bart is the only corporate attorney for IBM covering the entire state of Nevada. We are so proud of Bart. His wife Allison and their 3 children, Luke, Cole, and Kate, are lining the fort in Las Vegas. My son Joseph is here with his wife Nancy. Joseph is the family entrepreneur. Nancy is our accountant. They have a 3-year-old, Ava. And yes, Nancy is expecting, and we will be having grandchild number 11 soon. My youngest daughter, Rita, and her husband, Douglas Shivers, they're both in different areas of finance. They have a 6-month-old, Andrew, and we're very proud of Rita and Douglas. And last but not least, Michael, who owns his own graphic design corporation. And Michael, we're so proud of you. A lot of you have met Michael recently. He's been kind of my stick man, helping me get around, because night driving is not something I can do too well anymore. So Mike has become kind of a member of the Columbian Lawyers by default. I know there are other people I would like to thank. Bruno Cadespada, Annette Scarano, Joseph Rosado. I remember when people thought I was going to be incapacitated for a while, they offered to take over, help me with my practice. Suzanne Januso, Mark Longo, Frank Strafacci, they all offered to help me. That's what we are. The Columbian Lawyers of Brooklyn is your extended family. This is something we learned from Judge Cutrona. Why? I can't believe it. I'm married 50 years this year, and I did not expect this. Thank you, Larry. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Marion, you've been the greatest life partner that I was lucky enough somehow to find. Thank you. The last 50 years have been great. I'm going to end on this note. Why is the September meeting of the Columbian Lawyers the best attended meeting of the year? It's because we all miss each other during the summer. We are extended family. We can't wait to get back together to see each other and to be part of each other's lives. And that is took me a long time to figure out. I've been blessed in my profession. I've been even more blessed with my family. I've been blessed to have this honor tonight. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
It is now my distinct privilege to call upon our Brooklyn Borough President, the great Eric Adams, to come up and present 3 citations to tonight's honorees.
As I see the only Caribbean member of the Columbian Lawyers, Frank Sedio on the other side over there. You know, I want to be extremely brief. I'm excited about being here, and I just want to give you a brief